Hey everybody, it's Lawrence. I am here with something that I want to share with you today. This is really important. It was an insight. I was explaining to a friend why I am coming out of the closet now after 13 years of trying to figure this stuff out that I'm going to be sharing with you over the next 6 months. One of the reasons I'm doing this is because I finally figured out how to articulate what I have to say without having people run to the exits clawing out their eyeballs. That's the first thing. The second thing is that after my trip to Israel, it was so insightful for me and in some ways very brutal in the sense that there are things which I have theorized about language, mythology, ideology that were mostly theory. Like I had never been to the birthplace, if you will, of mythology. And so to be in Jerusalem and to be in a place where I'm actually getting to see the core components of mythology, if you will, this was so profound to me. And what I have realized, and this is what I want to share with you tonight, right now, believe it or not, as you listen to this, you believe things which are actually perpetuating violence and irrationality and abuse and religious fundamentalism and things which are really, in essence, have been destroying our world and continue to. I mean, all the wars we're fighting, one way or another, are deal with these kinds of fundamental religious ideas. So the funny thing is that as I look at Facebook and I think about all my friends and I think about friends in the tantra community, it's like there's all these people and we all think we're doing something different, that we are somehow different, that we're separated from that. And I realized that I have to come out of the closet about these ideas because it hasn't been working. And I think that if people realize that the very things that they're believing in and arguing for and, you know, carry on about it, and these things seem extremely, they deal with profound concepts like authenticity, and they deal with, consciousness and evolution and the evolution of consciousness and spiritual paths and spirituality, that those things, we need a different way of thinking about things. We need a different way of discussing them and thinking about them within ourselves. And this is what I'm working on. When I first arrived at this, I was calling it kind of a new theory of consciousness, but really it's kind of it's really turning into a a way of improving the quality of our thinking and the quality of our experience and being and the quality of our connection to infinity, that is what will help us make a new distinction in life, in our lives. And I realized tonight, as I was speaking with a friend, that I realized, like, I have to teach you this because in some ways, when it comes to our spirituality and our religious thinking and all of those things, that we're we're still very illiterate. And until we can start to make new distinctions and more subtle distinctions, we're just basically stuck perpetuating the cycle, even if we don't believe that we are. And that's part of what I'm going to be sharing with you. And what I want you to know is, as I put this out there, I am looking for the people who want to have this discussion. So, if you have a very fundamentalist background, or you just believe whatever it is, and you just feel real strongly about those beliefs, and it doesn't matter, as I teach, it does to me. What you believe is irrelevant. What anybody believes, that's not the quality of discussion that I'm interested in having. What I'm interested in having is um, a qualitative shift in the way we are thinking, something that creates new distinctions and creates more literacy around our notions of spirituality and our connectedness to the universe that we are living in. And so, what I'm interested in is the people who are interested in those discussions. If you have all the answers and you have life worked out, turn these videos off and definitely please unsubscribe to my channel, because I'm not that guy. I'm not going to sit here and, I have the answer to this and that. I don't. Um, what I have are very profound new distinctions that can really upgrade and up level the quality of thinking and discussions that we are having regarding our place in the universe. That can be extremely frightening. Okay, that's the truth. If you've studied with me, there have been many people over the years. I've lost a lot of people once I started engaging in this, but I realized that that's actually a good thing. I'm looking for, and I'm speaking to you, I'm speaking to you. If you are somebody who is kind of getting sick of people force feeding you ideas and putting pressure on you to behave certain ways and think certain ways, and every community is guilty of that. If they believe they have the answer, then they kind of force feed it, and there's a lot of pressure that's on you. If you're getting tired of that, if you are asking the kinds of questions where you're actually beginning to question the very core of your beliefs, what you believe, why you believe, I'm interested in talking to you. I'm interested in engaging this conversation. I want to hear what you have to say, in whatever area it's around. It doesn't matter. Um, but I'm looking for you. I'm looking for you who are like, what hasn't been working, and I am ready for a change. And even if that change means potentially the blowing up of everything that I currently hold as sacred and valuable, um, those are the discussions and those are the people. So if you know somebody like this who's kind of fed up with the old guard that's been running the show for the last, let's say, 5,000 years or so, this finite agricultural mentality of ownership where we own each other and we own stuff and we own people and we dominate and we control and we border skirmish and we fight and we crush each other with our will, and we're in a constant power struggle and battle, and constantly trying to tame our animal and transcend and like all of that stuff. If you're getting tired of that quality of thinking, if you're starting to want to get in touch with something that is more complex, more in touch with reality, um, more true to something that is tingling or vibrating or wanting to express inside of you, something that is perhaps asking questions, um, I'm a yes. And you're who I'm looking for. And I know you're out there. So I want, forward this to somebody, to people who are having that discussion, and please feel free to comment and connect. Go to lawrencelanoff.com, subscribe to the channel, engage in the conversation with me, because I'm about to unleash something that has been 13 years in the making, and I'm going to need some team around me and some people who want to hear what I have to say, who are ready for it, who are hungry, who are kind of tired of all the BS that's out there, the BS meaning belief systems that are out there that have been controlling your life and your sex and your genitals and your orientation and your relationships and you know your jobs and how you move in the world and your how you express yourself, like all of that stuff has been being controlled. And those of you that are really kind of fed up with that, I'm here for you. I want to start having a new discussion, but only come if you're ready to let some stuff go. If you want me to, if you want to engage in like uh, debate and stuff, like I'm not that guy. I'm not interested. I don't want to convince anybody of anything. I want to engage in a new quality of thinking, not discuss the stuff that's been in play for the last 5 to 10,000 years. I'm not interested. It's had a long enough run. It's time for an upgrade of beliefs, an upgrade of conversations, an upgrade of ideas, of wiring, of stories that move around in our head, our ideas about sexuality, about freedom, about what it is to be alive in this day and age. So thanks for listening. I've been rambling. It's probably the longest video I've made in a while, but I realized an important thing tonight. I'm looking for you. I'm looking for the people that are ready, feeling adult enough to engage in a very adult conversation. So until next time, this is Lawrence. Please share this video with people who you feel could potentially gain value in these kinds of discussions, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much.